Elon Musk's Starship revolutionized space exploration, but now China has unveiled its own reusable rocket, eerily similar to Musk's masterpiece. This bold move has ignited whispers of a new space race, raising questions. Is China catching up or copying? The stakes are high, and the rivalry could redefine humanity's cosmic future. Let's uncover Musk's reaction, the brewing tensions, and what this means for the next frontier. The announcement of China's reusable rocket has sent shockwaves through the aerospace community. Its striking resemblance to SpaceX's Starship isn't just coincidence, it's a calculated move. China's Long March 9 rocket is designed with a fully reusable first stage and features methane-fueled engines akin to SpaceX's Raptor engines. With 30 engines delivering 200 tons of thrust each, it comes close to Starship's specs, though it still lags behind SpaceX's 33 engines at 280 tons of thrust. Despite the similarities, there's one key difference: China's timeline. While Elon Musk is already deploying prototypes, China aims for its first test flight in 2033, leaving them a decade behind. Musk's response to China's bold step was both diplomatic and forward-thinking. He acknowledged the importance of reusability in making life multiplanetary, even encouraging other nations to adopt similar advancements. This might seem magnanimous, but Musk's confidence in SpaceX's technological lead is unmistakable. For Musk, the competition isn't just about the Moon or Mars. It's about ensuring humanity's survival and expansion into the cosmos. China's fast follower strategy is raising eyebrows. Instead of innovating from scratch, they are reverse engineering proven technologies. This approach has yielded mixed results. On one hand, it accelerates development, but on the other, it has led to failures, such as botched rocket landings and catastrophic test mishaps. The most notable incident involved the Chang'e 3 rocket, which lifted off during a static fire test, lost control, and crashed. These setbacks highlight the risks of attempting to replicate SpaceX's breakthroughs without mastering the underlying engineering. While China struggles with reliability, SpaceX continues to set the standard. Starship's reusability isn't just a technological marvel, it's an economic game-changer. By slashing launch costs, Musk has made space more accessible than ever. This advantage allows SpaceX to dominate the commercial satellite market, support NASA's Artemis missions, and prepare for interplanetary travel. For China, matching this level of efficiency and reliability will be an uphill battle. The rivalry extends beyond technology. It's a geopolitical chess match. The US and China are locked in a race for lunar dominance, with the South Pole emerging as the ultimate prize. This region's ice deposits could be key to sustaining human presence on the Moon and producing rocket fuel for further exploration. The limited usable area makes securing a foothold crucial. Both nations know that whoever controls this region gains a significant advantage in the broader space race. China's strategy involves balancing immediate goals with long-term ambitions. The development of two parallel rocket lines, the Long March 10 for near-term missions and the reusable Long March 9 for future endeavors, shows a pragmatic approach. Meanwhile, the US is pursuing a dual-path strategy, with SpaceX advancing reusables while NASA relies on the expensive and less versatile Space Launch System, SLS. This division could impact America's competitiveness, especially as SpaceX shoulders the responsibility of driving innovation. Musk's vision for a multiplanetary future contrasts sharply with China's state-controlled space program. SpaceX operates with the agility of a private company, allowing rapid iteration and bold experimentation. In contrast, China's centralized model, while resource-rich, often lacks the flexibility to adapt quickly. This difference in approach could determine the winner of this new space race. International cooperation adds another layer of complexity. While the US has formed alliances through the Artemis Accords, China is building its own partnerships, including a lunar base project with Russia. These competing frameworks reflect diverging philosophies on space exploration. The Artemis Accords emphasize transparency and peaceful collaboration, while China's agreements often prioritize strategic gains. Despite their differences, both nations recognize the transformative potential of reusability. It's not just about lowering costs, it's about enabling sustainable operations in space. The ability to reuse rockets and spacecraft is a cornerstone of establishing a long-term presence on the Moon and eventually reaching Mars. As Musk often points out, reusability isn't a luxury. It's a necessity for the survival of humanity. China's rapid advancements underscore the urgency of the moment. Their increasing investments in space technology, both state-led and commercial, signal a commitment to becoming a major player. Yet, their reliance on imitation raises questions about their ability to innovate independently. Will they eventually surpass SpaceX, or remain a step behind? The answer will shape the future of space exploration. One of the most pressing issues is the timeline. SpaceX's Starship has already undergone multiple test flights, and while not all were successful, each represented a significant step forward. China, on the other hand, is still in the design phase for the Long March 9, with a first flight planned nearly a decade from now. This gap in progress could give SpaceX an insurmountable lead, especially if Starship becomes fully operational for lunar and Mars missions in the interim. Meanwhile, the commercial implications of this rivalry are immense. SpaceX has already secured contracts with NASA, private companies, and even international clients. These partnerships not only provide funding but also cement SpaceX's position as the leader in space innovation. China's space program, while ambitious, remains heavily reliant on government funding. This dependence could limit their ability to compete in the rapidly growing commercial space sector. Another critical factor is the role of private companies. SpaceX's success has inspired a new wave of private aerospace firms, particularly in the US, where companies like Blue Origin and Rocket Lab are pushing the boundaries of what's possible. In China, private firms are also emerging, but they operate under strict government oversight. This lack of autonomy could stifle the creativity and risk-taking needed to achieve breakthroughs. The competition also has significant military implications. Space technology is inherently dual-use, meaning advancements in rockets and satellites can be applied to both civilian and military purposes. The US and China are acutely aware of this, and their space programs are closely tied to national defense strategies. The development of reusable rockets could give either nation a strategic advantage, not just in space, but in global geopolitics. As the race heats up, public perception plays a crucial role. Elon Musk has built a reputation as a visionary, using social media and public appearances to generate excitement about SpaceX's missions. China, by contrast, has struggled to capture the global imagination. While their achievements are impressive, they often lack the transparency and storytelling that make SpaceX's endeavors so compelling. The next frontier in this competition is Mars. For Musk, the red planet represents humanity's best chance for a second home. SpaceX is already laying the groundwork for a Mars colony, with plans to use Starship for cargo and crewed missions. China has also expressed interest in Mars, but their focus remains on the Moon for now. This divergence in priorities could shape the trajectory of their respective space programs. Ultimately, the rivalry between SpaceX and China is about more than rockets and missions. It's a battle of philosophies, with each side representing a different vision for humanity's future. SpaceX embodies the spirit of innovation and entrepreneurship, while China's approach emphasizes state control and collective effort. Both have their strengths, and the outcome of this competition will depend on which model proves more effective. As we look ahead, the stakes couldn't be higher. The decisions made in the next decade will determine whether humanity becomes a multiplanetary species or remains confined to Earth. The race to the Moon and Mars is not just about exploration. It's about survival, progress, and the future of our civilization. Whether SpaceX or China comes out on top, one thing is certain. The era of space exploration has entered a new and thrilling chapter. The future of space exploration hangs in the balance. Will SpaceX maintain its lead, or will China's bold moves reshape the landscape? Join the conversation by leaving your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more updates on the latest space news, and hit the notification bell to stay informed. See you in the next one.